Okay, Mom, how do you feel about sex?
Damn, well, that's the first question. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Today I'm not alone, I'm with my beautiful daughter Alwande. Earlier last year when I started this channel, Alwande and I did a video where she basically asked me some of the most awkward questions and I answered them on camera. And it's been a year since we last did that chat, and we've both grown over the year, and I just thought, how about we do like an updated version? This time I hope the questions won't be as embarrassing, because last time she was asking me about porn stars and sluts and my sexuality and all of that. So I asked my sister to compile a few questions for us, and she did. So these are the questions. The only difference between that video and this video is that this time we'll be asking each other questions. Last year she was just asking me questions, and this time I also get to ask her. My sister did mention that some of the questions are fun and playful, and some of the questions will get us into a vulnerable place. So prepare to get vulnerable. Are you?
I don't know, am I?
I don't know, are you? I thought, well, today was also Alwande's last exam. So I thought I'd treat her to her favorite meal, which is Burger King. And you know what? I thought I'd treat myself to some chicken licken. Nothing exciting is happening in my life. But hey, man, don't need anything exciting to happen to treat myself. So we're going to be eating and chatting. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Do you want to start?
Okay, Mom, how do you feel about sex?
Damn, well, that's the first question. I think that sex is great, as long as it's done obviously with consent. The most important thing, that it needs to be consensual, and you need to, want it. I think sex is great as long as you don't feel forced, you don't feel coerced, and it's between two people who want to do it.
Okay, what do you think a person should know before involving themselves in sex?
Sex is an emotional thing for me. I know for some people it's not an emotional thing. I know some people can have sex with someone today and tomorrow they don't care about them. For me, I catch feelings real fast when I'm sexually active with someone. So I would say that before you engage in sex, I would say get to know that person you want to engage in sex with. Make sure that their intentions are the same as yours. Make sure that their intentions are good and they're clear also, so that you don't put yourself in a situation where you think that you are in a relationship and the other person thinks that you guys are just having a fling or whatever it is.
Oh.
What do you feel about sex?
I just feel that sex should be like about creating children.
You think sex is only for procreation?
Or also pleasure.
Okay, yes, it's for both. I think. Let's say you don't want to have kids. We're not living in the 50s. You have mentioned that you don't want to have kids, so you're saying that you'll never have sex.
Precisely.
Let's see. Oof. I was actually hoping that we start with the fun questions, but we're just picking up the hectic questions. How do you feel about having an absent dad?
Well, as you know, this topic is very sensitive to me.
Yeah.
But to this point, I don't even care anymore. Because if he shows, his actions and everything shows that he didn't want me, then that's fine. I don't care if he wants me or not. He doesn't have any spot in my life. And also, you managed to raise me without anyone. It actually makes me feel very emotional, thinking that, wow, it must be nice. But over some time, I've grown to know that I didn't need him. Even if there are some people who have fathers, I'm me. I'm on my own, and I have you also, ma'am, and an amazing family, so I don't need him.
Okay. I do hope that you know that his absence has got nothing to do with you. Like, we've had this conversation, obviously, off camera, where I don't know how many times I've made Alwande aware that, you know, his absence has got nothing to do with him. He chose to be the person that he is, and it's not personal. That's who he is, and it's got nothing to do with you, and it will not stop you from being who you're supposed to be.
Okay, next question. I have a feeling about this one. Okay, this is a nice one. What kind of things make you feel cared for?
When someone does something for me, it makes me feel cared for. As an firstborn child, you would know. I hope you don't know though. I tried to shelter you from the stuff that I went through. But as a firstborn child, firstborn girl, you grow up faster because you have to take care of a lot of things, and you have to help your mom in ways. You help me too. You have to literally grow up fast, and everything ends up feeling like it's not about you, and everything ends up feeling like you need to take care of your sister, or you need to help take care of your mother, and you need to do this and you need to do that. And I felt like I've never gotten a chance to I felt like I was always doing things. So when in my adult life now, I still also quite very independent. So as someone who's hyper independent and used to doing things by themselves and doing things alone, when someone comes and they do something for me, that makes me feel like I'm super cared for. It makes me feel like I'm loved, and it makes me feel like I'm not as alone as I think I am.
That's actually very true. The whole first part you said is true. Then I just feel as if I'm the second parent.
Do you feel that way?
Yes.
In what way?
In every day. Okay, I get it from time to time. You need your time alone, and I don't mind spending time with Milani. That's fine. But sometimes I just feel as if he will. This is a lot. Let me just process. I need to process everything. Because sometimes, okay, I know Milani is a baby and she needs more attention because she can end up killing herself when we're not looking. So I do understand that your attention needs to be drawn towards her, but sometimes I just feel you're picking favorites.
Oh, you think I give Milani more attention? Okay. That's true. And your feelings are valid. It is true, I do give Milani more attention because, as you're saying, that she's at an age where she needs the attention, you know. And not to say that you don't need it, but if I take my eye away from Milani for a second, something could happen. You know. And it's not that I love her more and I love you less. It's just unfortunately, being a single parent and not having a nanny and not having anything, everything's on me. So I am sorry that you feel that way, and I'm sorry that I make you feel that way. It's never my intention to make you feel as if you are the least favorite or whatever. It's just I'm doing the best that I know how to currently, and I didn't realize that it hurts you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mom. I completely understand because Milani is a troublemaker also.
Yeah, but like I need to obviously find a way to divide my time equally, maybe between the two of you. It's just it's honestly, being a single parent is hard. Being a single working parent is hard. I have to work. I have to make sure that I'm providing for you guys. I have to spend quality time with you guys. There's so much that I have to do that there are things that will slip my mind, and you should never be one of those. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mom.
How do you feel about your body?
Well, from time to time, as most teenagers hit puberty, from time to time I do feel insecure.
Okay.
About my body, thinking, my breasts will never amount to like the girls at school or my peers. But over time, there are some days where I do love my body. I'm like, damn, is this me?
Damn, girl.
But of course, I'm still in that stage of being a teenager, so there will be days where I hate my body and I love my body. But recently, I'm learning to love myself even more. So my body, I'm feeling more secure about it than I was before. Because I used to be a hella insecure. I was like, yo,
And you know the thing about loving and hating your body, that's a I'm 32 and I still feel that way. There are days where I love my body, there are days where I don't love my body. So you must give yourself grace that it's something that might take some time. Obviously, I would love for it to not take it for as long as it has taken me, you know, and want you to love yourself. You look perfect just the way you are. Don't take too long to love yourself.
Okay, thank you. Next question. I've been staring at this one. Oh, this is very nice. Name something that truly makes you happy.
This may sound horrible, but something that truly makes me happy is money.
It's not horrible.
I feel like, you know, when people ask you, like, what makes you happy? I feel like people want you to say, oh, my children, or my family, my this. For me, it's money, because money gives me the freedom to then do things for my children and my family. And when I'm able to do things for my children and my family, that's when I'm the happiest. Like, being able to provide my kids, for my kids, and being able to provide for my family is what truly makes me happy. And for that to happen, I need money. So as vain as it sounds, money makes me happy.
It's actually a very valid answer.
Thank you.
Because so in life we need money.
Yeah.
We need money. And also not just for ourselves, for other people, you know.
What makes you truly happy?
Money. Because there are some days where, okay, I want to spoil myself, but also spoil my family, you know. Like from time to time, I do spoil you. Hey, man.
When did you spoil me?
I did spoil you. I buy you chocolates.
Yeah, you do. Actually, you do. Sorry, I forgot. What's the last thing that made you cry?
Well, the last thing that made me cry was not feeling enough. Well, I guess isn't it? I've already recovered knowing that, okay, my dad is not coming, but it's memories, and like when you told me that, you know, you told me the truth. I took it well, but I'm also thinking, how come he doesn't want me? That's why I feel like I'm not enough.
Okay. I know that obviously I can tell you this 1,000 times in a day, but you are enough. You're more than enough. I think I do tell you this whenever we have this conversation, that him being absent has got nothing to do with you. You know, but I know it's easier said than done to accept that. But that's just who he is. That's who he chose to be. And to even prove that it's got nothing to do with you, he's never met you. So you can't dislike someone you don't know. So this is just to prove that it literally has got his absence. His absence says more about him than it does about you. You're an amazing person, and anyone who is around you is lucky to be around you, and anyone who gets to be in your presence and gets to have conversations with you is very lucky to do that. And this shows, it shows in your everyday life. You've got amazing friends. You've got 1,000 friends. If you were such a horrible person, you wouldn't have these friends. You wouldn't have so many people loving you if you were not enough. You are enough. And I hate that his absence has made you feel this way, you know. And I don't know what else to tell you, but I always want you to know that you are more than enough. His absence has got nothing to do with you. I want those words to keep ringing in your head, where his absence has got nothing to do with you. This is the person that he chooses to be, and God speak to him, you know. But you, as a human being, you're not a mistake, and you are enough. I think what pains me the most about this conversation Alwanda and I are having is that I have to have it again with Milani, because Milani is also in the same boat, you know. And should God take me before I'm able to have this conversation, I want you to tell her the exact same thing I'm telling you. It's not about you guys. It's about these men. This is what they're choosing to do, and I never want you to ever think it's a reflection of who you are. It's not a reflection of who you are. Like, it's never okay to feel rejected, it's never okay to feel abandoned, but unfortunately those things happen, and we just have to find a way of dealing with them. But I try my, like, especially when it comes to this topic about grown adults abandoning children, that is not a reflection of who you are, and that's not a reflection of who you'll be. It's got nothing to do with you. You're an amazing person. You're enough for me. You're enough for your friends. You're enough for anyone that you're going to meet in the future. Don't you ever feel less than because one person decided to be who they are. Okay? I'm sorry about that.
Okay, let's see. Oh, what's your love language?
I think we covered this in the other question. I always thought that my love language was words of affirmation. So basically someone telling me every day how much how amazing I am. And then, but the older I grow, the more I'm like, no, I think my love language is acts of service. So what we spoke about earlier, that because I'm so used to doing things for myself, by myself, when someone comes and do things for me, it feels like they're taking off a load off me. And that for me, I will love you for life. Like, when you do things for me, it literally, it melts my heart. Do you know your love language?
It's the same as yours, ma.
Is it?
Yeah, like mother, like daughter.
All right, girl.
Okay, it's your turn.
My turn. What's your favorite TV show and why?
I have to say my favorite TV show was Adventure Time.
Okay.
I loved it because, like, it's like this whole imaginary place where, like, these two guys, a dog and a human, go on adventures together, and I'm like, oh wow. And I always used to make up scenarios where I'm in those adventures with them, and also, like, they made me laugh every time. So when I'm feeling sad, I'm like, let me go watch some Adventure Time. What's your favorite TV show?
I don't have a favorite TV show, but I like reality shows. It's all I watch. It's an escape for me, you know. I feel like my life is a lot. And watching other people go through things make me feel better. Like, makes me feel like, oh damn, Mandy, your life is not as dramatic as you think it is. So that's why I enjoy reality shows. And also, life is a lot in general. Like, you work, you've got kids, there's so many things that are happening. I want to come home and watch something that doesn't require me to think. And reality shows don't require me to think. They just require me to just watch and be in the moment and laugh and cry if I have to. But I don't want to think more than I already do on a daily basis.
Ooh, this is a fun question. What's the biggest trouble you've ever gotten into?
I'm not trying to make myself seem like I was the perfect child, but I was scared of my mother. I was extremely scared of her. I still am. So when you're scared of a parent, you always make sure that you are out of their way. You always make sure that you don't do anything that's going to make them talk or make them scream or even make them look at you. So yeah, no, there's none that I can think of now, but maybe as we go on, I'll try and remember something. Maybe I would say falling pregnant when I was still in school, but it wasn't trouble because they accepted it. Both mom and gran accepted it so well. You know, they welcomed you and they welcomed the pregnancy. So I thought that, you know, because I'm in school, I'm having sex and I'm falling pregnant, instead of doing like work, I was going to get disowned. Because I grew up, my mom used to say that one meeting was that was her thing. You know. So I think because I was so scared of her, I always made sure that I stayed out of her way, and I always made sure that I just did not get into any kind of trouble or anything that's gonna make her talk to me, basically.
Because also Ma is scary.
She is.
One look at you when she looks at you in
yeah, she's got that eye.
Yo,
she's got that eye.
That eye that makes you rethink your whole life.
Your whole existence. How would you describe me as a parent?
I would say, and let me make a whole list. Okay. Number one, you're a very savage mother.
What does that mean?
Meaning, okay, sometimes you can bash, né? But like sometimes it's very funny when you do it.
Okay.
You're funny. You're very caring about the people around you, especially those who are closest to you. You're very independent. You've shown me that you don't need anyone but yourself. That I actually want to be like you.
I don't, you know what, because of circumstances, I've had to be like that. But I don't think anyone should be like that. We need each other as humans. And I think I'm working on it, but I'm trying to accept help. You know, when someone offers help, I'm very quick to just be like, no, I can do it by myself. And then you sit and you're just like, no, but I can't do it by myself. I need help, you know?
You're like, why did I say no?
Yeah. So I'm glad that you think that's nice trait of mine, but I don't think it's a nice trait to be able, I guess to be able to do things by yourself is great, but I don't think anyone should. So I don't want you to take after me when it comes to that. I want you to ask for help and also accept help when you can.
Because from time to time I'm like, no, I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
5 minutes later,
I was like, I can't do this.
You get very loud from time to time when you try to prove a point.
Uh-huh.
And I like when you prove a point, you prove that point.
Okay.
And last but not least, I think I've said this, but I'll say it again. You're very funny.
Oh, thank you.
Cause like even if like you're mad, you'll still be funny.
I did not know that about myself. Well, thank you. It's nice to see yourself through the eyes of your child. Because I feel like as parents, you always think that you are just this uncool parent who's always shouting and is always demanding and is always screaming. It's nice to have your child say some positive stuff about you. So thanks for that.
Of course, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay, what is one of your fondest memories of growing up?
I had a very not so nice childhood. So not that I don't have any fond memories, I just blocked my childhood out. But there is one thing that I remember. So we grew up in Nanda. Well, I grew up in Nanda. And in that house, it was my grandmother, my aunts, and my mom and myself. And it just wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant in that house. And mom wasn't working. Grandmother was our breadwinner. She was the matriarch. She brought the dough home, and I don't know where mom got the money, but she then moved myself and Norma out of the house. I think I must have been probably 7 or 8, and Norma probably must have been probably a year or 2, because Norma and I are 6 years apart. So Norma might not remember this, but we moved in the same township, but in a different section.
Oh.
We moved into this 1-room shack. There was absolutely nothing in that shack. We just had a bed. You know when the shack is so small, like it's a bed, it's a stove, and then it's in the shop geza. Everything is just right here, you know. And it was me, mom, and my sister, but I was the happiest. I think that's the happiest I remember being, because it was the 3 of us. And because the house we lived in previously was not pleasant, in that little shack that mom got for us, sasidluputu namazamban every day. But I didn't feel it, because, you know, when you're just with people that you love and you feel loved, and I don't think we stayed there for long, because I remember there was a bad floods. You guys know KZN has like bad floods. So it's like heavy rains, and I remember the roof, what is this thing? Like the roof separated from the house.
Disintegrated from the house.
Yeah, like in the middle of the night, and I remember my mom trying to grab her ID. She grabbed our birth certificates, and we went to our next door neighbor's house, and we stayed there for the night. And funny enough, I don't remember what happened after that. I don't remember if we went back to my grandmother's house, or I think I went and lived with one of my mom's friends while mom and Norma were trying to figure it out, because Norma was so young, mom couldn't leave her at home with me, and because I was a bit older, I think I was about 7 or 8, And I had already started school, so I think mom didn't want to disturb all of that, so I went and lived with mom's friends. But that time, I think we lived in that shack for about a year. It was literally the happiest year of my life. And the older I grow, the more I'm just like, I have to question things like, she wasn't working. Where did she get money to rent out that shack? Yeah, we were eating Muput Namazambani every day. Where was she getting money to buy maize meal and potatoes?
Mashonisa.
Huh?
Mashonisa.
I don't know, maybe, maybe. And I hate that that's something so sad is actually one of my fondest childhood memories. But unfortunately, when you don't have a nice childhood, you have to like grab onto what you can, and that's it. And now this conversation make me want to call mom and just tell her how much I appreciate her, because she went through it. She went through it with her two kids, and yeah, look at her now. But yeah, I'll call my mom after this. That question applies to you too? I mean, you're still a child, but do you have a fond childhood memory that you can think of?
Well, this is actually in plural. My favorite memories or favorite time was when Ubabazi used to teach me how to drive. Like in mom's old car.
Babazi is my dad, her granddad. I don't know what business he had teaching her how to drive.
But like, okay, what he used to do is like, every time Corona and they had a problem, he'd always call me outside. Be like, I just need you to step on the brake.
Okay.
And then he'd teach me the basics, like which side to turn the gear if I want to reverse or accelerate, which pedal is to accelerate. He taught me all the basics. And literally, he also taught me how to play soccer. Like, maybe like...
Is it? So now it would be nice to fly him down to come watch you on your soccer tournaments then, because if he's the one who taught you, I don't know that.
Like at least like once or twice every week, he used to take me to a grounding to go watch them play. And he would try and get a ball, and he'd help me practice also.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's nice. What is your favorite song?
My favorite song has to be like Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Especially when the part where she says, one day I'll walk down the aisle holding hands with my mama. And I just imagine me walking down that aisle, you by my side, being like, I knew this day would come. And then when she says, God forbid something happens. Just sing this one. Okay. What is your idea of a perfect day?
My idea of a perfect day is waking up with you and Milani in my bed, catching up with you guys, and then you guys leave. And then you guys leave. I don't know, maybe you've got something to do, she's got something to do. And I spend the day just basking in just like being alone, And then I fetch you guys later on, maybe we go out for dinner. But like, whenever I think about my perfect day, it always includes you guys. Like, I can't see a day or my life without you guys. Like, as much as I complain a lot about being a parent, a single parent, it's a lot, but I actually just can't. I can't see my life without you.
Of course, I mean, it's me. Come
on.
Girl. It has to include like me. And he's getting a full night of sleep without you waking me up.
I don't wake you up that early though. When I was around this age, I used to get woken up at 7. I wake you up at 12.
Still,
how is that early? It's not even in the morning anymore.
Okay. He's getting like a full night's sleep. Having breakfast with you and Milani. And Milani actually being in a good mood.
Yeah.
And like if it's sunny, you can like go outside and play or go to like a park. And again, be with you guys. And then when you guys have to go somewhere, I can go to my friend's house. Be like there for a few hours, and when you guys come back and fetch me, like so a song, we'll all bath and then sit down, watch some nice TV or a movie while having dinner together. And Milani eventually dozing off.
Both our perfect days include each other, but also includes space from each other, which is healthy. I like that.
Oh, this is a cute one. Do you know how much I love you?
I do, but sometimes, not that I doubt it, but I question if I deserve to be loved by you. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like you know how you earlier on you're like, oh, if sometimes you feel like you're not enough. I also feel like that sometimes, you know. So I'm just like, do I deserve these kids? Do I deserve these friends? Do I deserve this family? Do I deserve this job? Do I deserve this life? You know. So I question that a lot. Obviously, something I need to work on because it's not a way to live. But yeah, do you know how much I love you?
Of course. If you could, you'd buy me the whole universe. I mean, come on, it's me.
All right, Walwa. Okay. What's your favorite kind of food?
I know this is not like a healthy choice.
Doesn't have to be.
Fast foods.
Of course.
I
mean, if Alwanda could, she would eat McDonald's and Burger King every day.
Every day.
If she had the money, she probably would. Because there was a time when she would ask me for Burger King and McDonald's every day, and I was just like, do I look like I've got McDonald's money?
If I had enough money, I'd be eating McDonald's and Burger King every day. Oh, do you ever feel alone?
Yeah, I think we all have moments where we feel alone. And it's weird. I know I'm not alone, but I do have moments where I feel alone. And you?
Yes. Like I said, when I feel like I'm not enough.
Okay.
I just feel alone in this big blue world.
Okay. Well, you're not alone. You're not alone in feeling like you're alone. Okay, I think this is for you.
When you were my age, what kind of things did you want to do with your life?
I don't want to make this like a somber thing or a somber moment, but like I did not have a nice childhood. And when I was growing up, we were told, like my friends, my classmates, everyone was told that to make it out of here, you need to pass matric. To have a better life, you need to pass matric. So everything I did was to pass matric. And then I got to matric, and then I passed matric, and then I was like,
what do I do afterwards?
What now? Because I had my life since I was a child. I was told, if you want to succeed in life, pass matric. If you want to grow in life, pass matric. And then I worked so hard towards passing matric, and then I passed matric, and then I was like, oh, okay, what now? As a result, I took a year off after matric. You know, like I took a year gap after matric to try and figure out exactly what I wanted to do in life. And luckily, while I was in matric, my English teacher told me that she thinks I'm an amazing writer and I should study journalism. But I wasn't sure. And also, I wasn't sure because I had never heard of what is journalism, you know? And so having to go home and explain that I wanted to be a journalist when my parents wanted me to be a lawyer, it was just like okay, I'm just not going to do this. So I took a year off. I went and worked at Wimpy. For that year, I saved money and I took my teacher's advice and I applied for journalism at TUT without my parents' knowledge. I did everything in secret. And then I just went back to them and I told them, you know what, I've been accepted at TUT and I'm leaving on the 16th of January and I need your guys' blessing. And they gave me their blessing. So I think at your age, I honestly just did not have the resources or the time to even think about what I wanted to do when I was a bit older. But it limited my thinking because I couldn't think beyond matric, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you were just told, just pass matric.
Just pass matric, yeah. Do you have an idea of what you want to do?
Well, for one, what I want to be is I want to be a businesswoman.
Okay.
Because I'm very invested in the business
side of things.
Yeah. That's why I try mini businesses like selling lollipops or chips, you know, like to help me understand, okay, so I do this to earn profits. I can invest in this. You see?
Yeah.
And I see what my assets and liabilities are.
Okay, girl, big words. assets and liabilities.
But I think for now, I just, study, yes, but also like live my life to the fullest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Life is short.
That's the most important thing, to live your life to the fullest. And obviously we have to make money and we have to make a living. I don't know how many times I say on this channel that I don't want to work. I just want to live. My vibe right now is to live life. But I mean, we have responsibilities, so obviously money is important. But I think it is important to make living life to the fullest your priority. Do you have any questions outside these?
Actually, this question, I don't know if you're gonna get defensive with this question, but what do you feel about me dating? Or how do you feel about me dating?
Obviously to me you'll always be a baby. So whether you're 20 or you're 30 or you're 40, I'll always just be like, no, you're a baby. But I mean, to be realistic, I have to be realistic. At your age, I was dating, But obviously dating for us back then is not the same as dating for you guys now. I used to see my boyfriend in school Monday to Friday. We didn't have phones. We couldn't do sleepovers because school was there and home was there and his home was there. So it was just like, I never saw him outside school. And dating for us was literally holding hands in the school grounds. I do understand that dating now is different. You guys have phones, you have social media. So the reason why I'd be nervous about you dating is that there's so much that you are exposed to, which could be a good thing, which could be a bad thing. Why are you asking me that question? Do you want to tell me something?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
And if I did date, you'd be the first person to tell.
Well, thank you. Do I have a question? How did you know you were bisexual?
Well, this actually goes back some time. I knew I was attracted to both genders, but I'm like, I don't know the word for it, so let me just say I'm straight. I took some time and I'm like, let me figure myself out, right now. And that's when I came to see that, oh my, I'm actually bisexual. Because I had a crush on my best friend once.
Yeah, I know.
We covered that story. And I'm like, And yeah, I took more time and deeper thought. And I'm like, I am really bisexual because I'm not just attracted to one gender.
Yeah.
People always question your sexuality and you're like, I don't know. But for me, I know that I'm bisexual and I know that I know.
Okay.
So instead of saying boyfriend or girlfriend, I say partner.
Okay. You guys, that's it from us. Norma did warn me that some of the questions were a bit hectic, but I feel like we covered them well. Obviously, did get him that moments where we got a bit emotional, but I guess that's just life. I mean, and also when you're going to be having conversations, whether it's your daughter, your partner, your friend, your sister, your brother, whoever, if you're going to be having conversations like these, it will get emotional. So I'm glad we were able to break some barriers, and I'm glad I was able to see some things through Alwande's eyes. It's one thing to assume, and sometimes it's just nice to straight up ask. And this video was actually inspired by the fact that it's Father's Day on Sunday and I get triggered a lot, and I actually don't know how you feel about Father's Day.
What I feel is that I feel like Utu Babazi was more of a father figure. So I always wish him a happy Father's Day because he deserves it actually.
Yeah, no, he is. As I said earlier, Babazi is my dad, and he's been in Alwande's life since birth. That's his best friend. And he's always been he's also now have been in Milani's life since birth, and I will forever be grateful that as much as my children don't have their biological dads in their lives, but they do have a father figure, and that's my father. And all I pray for is for God to keep him for as long as possible, because it's been such a blessing in my life, in my daughter's lives, my sister's, in everyone's lives that he is in. But anyway, this is the end of our video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I am going to go cry now. I feel like there was a lot unpacked, and there's just a lot like some of these questions got me thinking about my childhood. Some of these questions got me thinking about Alwande and how she's going to, you know, her outlook in life when it comes to rejection, abandonment issues, and all of that. And it's things that I couldn't protect her from, unfortunately. And I'm also gonna call my mom quickly. Like, as I said, like some of these questions made me think about her and the tribulations that she had to go through raising my sister and I by herself. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, Wawa.
You okay?
Bye.
Love you.
I love you too.